What's happening? Welcome to the Ricksicanshow. I am Rick Beer, your host, live in Moses Lake, Washington,
Woohoo! Yeah, baby.
the homeland.
Kind of an oasis here, isn't it?
uh, in the summer, when the corn grows like so high, it's like, hey, it's green.
Yeah,
The best time of the year. I'm like, hey, it's green.
I get a little scared when.
Yeah. But no, Moses Lake is a pretty chill place. I have has so much potential. I think that's the beauty of this small town, and it's growing, and the city's got plans to like make it a, I don't know,
Megalopolis.
make a Moses Lakeopolis in the next 5-10 years.
Doubts.
My latest fantasy was to bring a surf park into Moses Lake, some 20-acre. Have you seen those big metal wedges? $1 million type projects. So I'm like, I don't know. Where's the money going to come from? How much does water cost to fill up acres and acres of, the initial cost would probably be something, but it'd be super cool uh, to add some tourism to our little town.
Tourism definitely keeps us alive, right?
Well, we have small tourism. You got people that go to the sand dunes and people that come here for fishing. But I would say the numbers are, it's not like do we have 1,000 new people a day that come and go? I doubt it.
At least one or two people come in a day.
Oh, I bet you get the 20s, 30s, maybe 50 people a day. But like, could we get it to 1,000 people a day? And then all the small businesses would be like, oh my gosh, my boutique antique store is going to rock it, because people, you know, when they're traveling, they go window shopping, and then your kids go in the store and then like, Daddy, I want this. You're like, oh my gosh, do not go to the gift shop. But then you end up buying something because that's what you do.
Speaking of
Helps everybody.
Speak of your surf park.
Yeah.
What's going on at Beery Construction?
Beery Construction, major fiasco. The scissor lift went down.
That's not good.
I'm building a log cabin, and we're using a scissor lift to go up 16 feet, set the logs on.
Yeah.
And the scissor lift went down. So I'm like, and truss just showed up today. So we stacked them, but I have like the last little bit to do on the top wall. So I got to move a dead scissor lift. Fun stuff.
And what's next after that?
I got a log cabin. I've got a remodel going on, and I've got a barn dominium that we're.
A barn dominium.
Yeah.
You have to break that one down for me. I'm sorry.
It's a barn and a house. Bam. You need a bigger shop, need a bigger garage, and you want to live in it?
What is a barn? Dominium. What is a barn for ants? It needs to be at least 3 feet bigger.
Yeah, so it's a barndominium. It's just a shop.
No one got the reference. Space. Oh, I'm hurt.
Not for ants.
Mom's basement.
No, Zoolander.
A she shed?
yeah.
It's like a she shed, but better. No, it's bigger.
We got a special guest in the studio today, longtime listener of the show.
First time I've done this. Pretty cool. I've never seen this setup before. I feel like I'm at Channel 6 News.
State of the art. Yeah, I know.
State of the art. Let me see if the green screen is working.
No green screens.
I see you playing in the ocean. I know what you're talking about.
Attacking a shark.
Yeah.
So welcome to the studio, Jeff, and I'm sure you'll have some great things to say. Which reminds me, though, sharks, they can be dangerous. He's done a lot of sailboating. I've swam around sharks. And so just makes me think that if you need any auto repair needs, anything from small to big, engine repair, spark plugs, oil changes, Brothers Automotive has everything you need. 761-9744. I don't even know the number anymore. But Brothers Automotive, Moses Lake, sorry, Dan, 761-9744. Brothers Automotive, no job too big, no job too small. And just so you know, there are no sharks at the shop. So no worries there, okay? Safe. If there are, they're tame.
They're tame.
I like to slip the ads in so you don't see them coming.
You don't. Sometimes I'm like, where's he going with? Oh, yeah. You think I know by now, but no.
I watched enough podcasts. I knew what you were doing.
So let's talk about your health, Donnie. You've been on Facebook, shriveled up and skinny.
Bro,
Um,
it has been a wild ride. It's been a really wild ride. I'm gonna be honest. There are nights I would lay in bed, wonder if I was gonna wake up the next day. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and I was shriveled up. You've seen the pictures. I showed him in person a few minutes ago. You can see my ribs. But I'm on the comeback, and I'm gonna win it again, but this time for good.
even I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't know what's going on with Donnie.
I disappeared like for a long time, over
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
But
skinny and I don't know.
but the crazy thing is that I got the right people on my side now. And the one thing when you're fighting cancer like I've been, um, it's not just what you know, but it's also who you know. And with that, you can be unbeatable. And I believe that through it, I've learned a lot in life, and I'm going to apply it to it and help add some stuff to the businesses I'm a part of, and show people that get knocked down, but we'll always get back up.
Yep.
So thank you for asking, Rick. Glad to be back, and
I didn't want to ask, but it just kind of had to.
don't make me take my shirt off again.
No, not on camera, please.
I will.
Anyway, I haven't had cancer. If I do, I don't know about it. Don't want to know about it. But I turned 50 this year.
50 years old. You don't look a
Big
day over 70, bro.
I know, I know. And then I right after Christmas, I broke, several ribs. And
Oh, I remember that. The ladder and stuff.
anyway, it had me reflecting about life. We all have situations and events in life that make you take a step back and think about your life, where you're going, what's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm sure cancer wouldn't do that for you, but for me, a broken rib did.
I don't know if you know this, but like I tumbled down my stairs and was knocked unconscious.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
And I came home from the hospital after several days being in ICU. Blood all over the stairwell from where my body was hitting as it was bouncing. Is it called the landing?
The,
Not the very top
yeah.
where you turn to make the rest of the way
Yeah,
up.
the little landing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got there and then I just fell. I felt myself. I knew I was about to fall. And I just went and boom, like all the way straight, like up in the air, falling.
Yeah.
I knew tucking would have hurt even more, especially in my brittle state.
Yeah. Stop, drop, and roll. No, that would hurt more.
Yeah. But I woke up. I don't know how long it was, an hour or 2 hours later, and I felt the ground around me. Okay, so I'm on the ground. This is good. Okay, move my neck. Okay, I can move it. Move my arm. You're doing all that stuff. You know what I did? I didn't get up and go to the hospital. I didn't call anybody. I pulled myself in my arms and crawled in bed and went to sleep.
Wow. That's probably what I would do. Stay away from the damn doctors.
Oh,
And then a day or two later, I went to the doctors
yeah.
because I knew it wasn't getting better. I just thought I could sleep it off for a couple of days, and that's where the downhill battle started. And I started not being around a lot more, and I love being back.
Yeah.
And when I'm back, you notice.
Yeah, you've been pretty snarky today, so it's better. The last time I saw you, you were like a zombie, and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
It's crazy. People were telling me, like even Carrie just told me, Donnie, I couldn't understand a word you're saying last we were talking on the phone to you.
yeah, you were slurring," and I was like, "What in the world?"
Yeah, that's how everybody said to me. Like, dude, I thought you were done. You sounded like you were dying.
Yeah,
Even Dan said,
I was hoping to make some money off your life insurance. Not working.
it was weird. I saw someone in there taking inventory and all my tools too. I was like,
Sure, man. If you sign, check the box to be a donor. So I was like, that heart, man. You know how much that goes for down in
yeah, but
I thought that meant you can go into his garage and take his Milwaukee tools. Oh, you're a donor. Fuck, I need
he,
a
he
skill.
even wrote down he even wrote down the Makita tools.
I don't need your body parts.
I can make those with this.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's what donor means. So if your license plate says donor and you come into Rick's, and something bad happens to you,
Speaking of that, Rick,
it means I get your tools.
are you an organ donor? I would never be, honestly.
After hearing what they some conspiracies about organ donors recently. I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of scary." You could be like in a coma, and they're like, "Oh, he's brain dead." But then there's like these weird definitions of brain dead. That anyway, and then they're like, "Well, let's give him some anesthesia and all this." They're like, "Why do we give him anesthesia if he's brain dead?" Well, it's anyway. It's kind of a
Look, we have
I don't know.
$100,000 for a heart. Okay, leave us alone.
I don't know.
Oh,
Look at that, dude. I am a donor. I
Oh.
thought I was not.
I'd have to look
You
at
guys need to check your
it.
Hey,
license.
Rick, you up for a trip to Mexico?
We're all questioning our life. No, I want to keep my organs. Why would I go to Mexico?
Rick, we can make some money on this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
And,
need a bathtub of ice and
You know, for crypto, I have thought I only need, what is it, about 15% of functionality in my kidney, right? My kidneys to not be on dialysis.
oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you this. I didn't even tell you this. Sorry, the kidney thing brought me. So this last trip to the ER, and I don't want this out there too much, but I was having some really bad issues
Too late.
with my chemical balances inside of me. I wasn't keeping a lot of stuff straight, but
Oh, really?
my calcium, my potassium, everything was way off. So my body was actually acting accordingly. And I got in there, and you know how Samaritan Hospital works? It's in order. You go to whatever doctor's there by whatever patient arrives. There's so many doctors, and they're assigned, all right, that's yours, that's yours, that's yours. Somehow, if you know what kind of cancer I was diagnosed with, do you guys know?
I
What a nephrologist is?
No, speak English.
A kidney specialist. So he teamed up with my good friend, who's a doctor out of Spokane. They went through all my charts of oncology, and they saw some serious flaws of why I went backwards and why they changed some stuff. And had I not had this nephrologist looking over my charts with my good friend, this medical doctor, they wouldn't have had the breakthroughs they had with me recently, bro. And I wouldn't be standing like I am and talking and blabbing the crap out of you guys right now. Hi, Rick's mom. I love you. But you know what I mean? Like, there are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. Whatever you may believe the reason is, I went into the doctor at a different doctor. I would have been in a different situation.
606, a different doctor.
Come on.
605.
So, like, you're going to see me, and everyone's like, Rick's like, yeah, oh, yeah, I've seen him when I thought he was about to die. But trust me.
I was like, anyone got a coin? We need to flip a coin quick.
Yeah, that was freaking. I was like, yeah, I just messaged. I was like, well, I haven't talked in a long time. Hey, man, can I come see you tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know how he's gonna respond. I want to see. I want to see what go
I was
talk
in
to you.
bed, by the way, when you texted me last night.
Go
So
see what you look like and wonder if that's the direction I'm headed into.
you're not. I got some stuff for you. We're gonna go pick up afterwards, though.
What's that?
Some legal stuff. No,
Yes,
no weird
nothing
stuff.
bad, nothing.
Kidney
illegal.
doc. What's it called?
Nephrologist.
That's kinky.
No, makes me think of nephrophilia.
My ignorance, I'm like, what kind of thing is that?
But this guy was a practicing nephrologist in South Carolina in a heavy metropolitan area. And what he said to my doctor friend that was looking through the charts with him is just the fact that they found this immunotherapy for Donnie that works for his kidney, because it doesn't work for just anybody, in a small town in Moses Lake, Washington, is a miracle in and of itself. But why would the oncologist take Donnie off of it and send him spiraling down towards his death?
Well, maybe he was paid.
Because you're a donor.
I'm not a donor.
Because you're a donor.
It's all like, come on,
Oh. Oh, last thing,
organ donor. That's
Dan Quayle went to Argentina. At the end of the speech, he did this, right? Which in Argentina, that's the same as doing this. So he's flipping the whole crowd.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sure the publicist got fired.
Probably.
I was just thinking about slanging at least just one kidney, right, down in Panama maybe, and then you can retire the family and all those things, because then my family can stop.
We're gonna get closer to Mike, by the way.
Then my family could stop talking about me pouring sand into the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm Chinese and they say I'm building my own island. But those islands are coming up.
I'm all.
And they're really building islands.
Oh yeah. All about islands.
Yeah.
So speaking of islands, Rick's been talking a lot about the bond market and and health and
oh man.
and retirement stuff. What do you got so far I know you've been on a journey on that.
We're gonna bore people here, but
Good few minutes and
uh, I think what we're in is a treasury crisis right
okay.
now, folks. Treasuries, bonds create, notes are your dollar bills. Anyway, we're in a treasury crisis. We've gone through banking crises in the past, mortgage crisis.
Yeah.
We're in a treasury crisis, and we have fiat currency
Yep.
with, I don't know, around 50-year lifespan. So we're coming up on the end of that. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So we're like, okay. And so there's a lot of changes that have to be made, tough choices. And it's what do you do? How do you navigate this? We so badly want to hold on to the old, what we're familiar with, but I think something new is coming. Um, for those that hold some cryptocurrency, you got the XRP army, that's like my lottery ticket. So if you want to be a lottery person, go buy some XRP and go, I hope this works as part of this new financial system. And I guess what coming up real soon, we're hoping to start implementing it and using it more and tokenizing more things.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people afraid of cryptocurrency, or they're like, I don't know what's going on. But there's a lot of things that are coming together.
Yep.
So crypto, one aspect of it is blockchain.
What's the main aspect of it?
It's the ability to communicate securely.
Yep.
Whether it's transferring money securely, information securely. Well, guess who needs to communicate securely?
Governments.
Governments.
Banks.
I'm trying to go with this as AI.
Oh yeah.
AI needs to be like, and everything is secure with its communications, and the amount and speed at which it does it.
Have you seen the movie Office Space?
Yes.
So they remember then that kind of what you're talking about, the one fraction of a penny, they moved it into an account, but
Yeah, no one can see it because it's
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a fraction.
Yeah.
You got. We haven't heard too much about Elon since him and Trump are fighting, but he's going through all these departments and go, where's the money? Millions, billions, trillions of dollars around the world. They'll be able to track a fraction of a penny. And you'd have to be very, very creative to be like, hey, let's do a barter deal on the side because I don't know how to get you your blackmail money and your paybacks. And, they'd have to be, it'd be a lot more work to do that because we'd be able like this money went here and here and then it split and it went here, like it's all on this ledger.
Yep.
Total transparency.
Yes, at the same time,
Easily hidden.
if the government goes total transparency, so you're gonna know where this $10 came and went. Well,
yes, we do.
at some point, and you go to garage sales now, and how many people are using PayPal and CashApp to be like, oh, let me pay that with this,
Yep.
So I mean, we're already digital. You're already swiping your credit card. We're already there. It's the systems in place. Right now, if I was to send $1 million to China,
Or me,
it would be cheaper and faster for me to get on an airplane, fly over there with $1 million in a suitcase and go, here you go. And the flight to China would be cheaper than the expenses to convert it over.
Yep.
And everything. So
and the exchange fees and all that.
Yeah. So cryptocurrency, they're like XRP. I don't know how much it costs. They're like, hey, we can transfer $1 million for $10 and it'll happen in 5 seconds. So
Streamline. Yep.
I don't know if that's the exact amount, but that's an example of where we're going. So now you can just send money even faster. So there's a lot of little changes happening behind the scenes. And so it'll be very interesting to be flexible, people. My only advice is be flexible.
That's right. I put my ankles over my neck.
There are several things happening. Now, I'm no genius with any of these, but I could sit there and go, okay, AI needs blockchain and crypto. There's money. We have quantum computing and quantum internet things coming out and a quantum financial system. They love the word quantum and quantum life. No, I'm just kidding. But like, there's all these technologies that have to come together seamlessly. So they got to do like one at a time, introduce it to us, get us used to it, and then do another and another and another until all these things could come in together in hopes that we have a better life. Um, and we don't know until the dust settles. So it's kind of unknown territory uh, we're going in. So very, very interesting times we live in. Again, I don't care if you're left or right. I don't care about those things because I believe a lot of times we're at the bottom arguing, and that's proof we're at the bottom.
Well, one of the reasons I brought Jeff in because he has a lot of experience in dealing with financial wealth and growing and trying to expand your. That's why his family. When people step outside of the normal 9 to 5, because so many people don't understand it, it just they're stuck to punching a time clock. And ever since he started, looking the other way and trying to do the entrepreneurship, his family's gonna crapped on him. It's like, dude, get a job, right? So you researched a lot of this. That's why I wanted to bring you on the show, so you can discuss some of your opinions with Rick. What are your thoughts on what he just said with how there's a crunch right now in the market and crypto is a cure and all that?
Yeah, no, I mean, basically you've got, I'm not going to show you, but yeah, I'm not going to put you through
It's
that.
proprietary,
But
guys.
anyways, it scales up to where the amount of Bitcoin needed to purchase a house. Well, houses have gone nothing but up too, but now you need less Bitcoin to purchase a house today than you did, say, 5 years ago. But the main thing is that, picture this, picture like, crypto. It's, of course, diversified, but if I've got to carry a bag of gold, on an airplane to go pay, where were we going again? Italy or
China.
I'm going to Vietnam.
so we're going to go to Vietnam and
Money goes real far there.
and I'm going to go take a bag of gold bars or even a bag of cash. What do you think customs is going to do to me? They're going to seize it, you know? But I can take this little thumb drive and have millions on it and get from point A to point B.
Nobody even knows there.
And yeah, nobody even knows it's there unless they are educated on that and know what they're looking for, and they're going to start searching everybody. But they did say that we don't have to take our shoes off anymore at the airport. Was what I was.
I don't feel safe then. If I have to keep my shoes on, I don't know if I feel comfortable flying.
Yeah.
Socks on or off.
Oh man, they're easing up on TSA.
I'm TSA free, so I don't have to take my shoes off. So just
yeah, I think we're saved there, because we gave up all our liberties during the Patriot Act.
Yep.
But
I used to work, for a secure flight when I was getting out of the military. I did a little they attached me over to. Anyway, TSA talks to them, and when you go and get your ticket, we run everybody through the terror watch list. Anyway, and I don't know if your flight stewardess lady, the people that check you in, if they know you can do this, but at the bottom of your ticket, if we wanted you to be searched, it would have, we call them quad S's. It'd have 4 S's at the bottom of your ticket. So if there's someone you're flying with that you don't like, you can take your pen out and write it in pencil or pen, and I guarantee you they're going to get searched. So
that's good stuff.
The quad S's.
Someone must do that
So
to
when
me
you're
because I
being
get
a
searched
jerk, when
every
you're
time.
being a jerk to the teller, I don't know if they know they can do this, but all they have to do is be like, "Oh, that's nice. Let me see your ticket." SSS.
Wow.
Enjoy your flight, and boy, you'll be getting the cavity search. You'll be like,
Oh, jeez.
like on quad S's, and we're like, and we would verify with them. They'd print out the ticket. You have quad S's, and they'd be like, "No, it didn't show." We'll like write it in.
Wow, that's good
So
information.
this guy's getting searched.
Speaking of quad S's and cavities, just so you know, we're streaming on everything. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Rick's got his TikTok going right now as well too. So
I just have Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. Oh, you're already on Facebook automatically.
Yeah.
But shoot us some comments, some questions you want us to talk about. We're back for good. Thank you for bearing with us while I was gone. Rick was patient while I was dying. Let's just say it what it is. But I'm back. Rick's back. And we're back with a force, man. We want to hear what you got to say. And if you have something you want to talk about on the show, get a hold of me, get a hold of Rick, get a hold of anyone that watches the show, and they'll point you in the right direction. because, like Rick always says, we have more alike than we have differences. Right, Rick?
Wrong. We're so different, all of us. Every man for himself. Um, this is something that came up, uh, and I've been brainstorming this. So maybe you could brainstorm this with me as I go through this thought process. How Uber and Airbnb have changed um, certain aspects of our lives in the past 10 years. So,
Dramatically.
for example, Airbnb in the last 10 years has opened as many rooms as like all the hotels in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like doubled.
They have a huge management company that
So
run
if the
30,
world
40
was
houses.
50 rooms, Airbnb created 50 rooms
Yep.
to rent. Now, there's an interesting aspect to this now, though. Just like Uber and Airbnb, we get to rate each other. We have like uh, a social score. And if the Airbnb has a bunch of negative comments, when you go to book it, you're like, I don't know if I want to book there because he's got a bunch of twos and threes and ones, a bunch of people complaining. And then your Uber driver, the same way. You'd be like, oh, we got an Uber driver for you. You're like, oh, he's got low ratings. Skip.
Yeah.
The reviews say
Swipe left.
he doesn't clean his car. The guy's probably like, it's all I can do. Have this hoopty to get you point A to point B. It's all I got. But it doesn't matter. We've judged them. At the same time, they get to judge you. So both are judging. So like, I have an Airbnb, and at the end of the stay, they're like, please review this person, and they review me.
Yep.
And sometimes you're like, well, they did pretty good. I guess I better give them 5 stars because heaven forbid if I review them first and I give them a low score, they might be like, well, screw that guy. Give me a low score. So you're like, I mean, I had one person that was kind of a pain in the butt, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to do a review that person.
My house was Airbnb while I lived in it. There's very few of those. But I had 2 rooms that were rented out when my kids weren't around. And they asked me what kind of bed was in the room. I said 2 twin beds. I got a 1-star review because there wasn't a queen bed in there. He asked me in advance. And I'm like, what a jerk.
Anyway, every place is different. Hopefully it all balances out. But we're bringing local influence back to the power of the people.
Yes.
Like, you have Marriott and these big places, and they're doing their thing. But it's interesting that we're able to bring a score back to the local perspective. You're like, I'm going to Moses Lake. And then you get to hear what the outside perspective is. You get to hear some local perspective. And now you have this, I guess, review and score of what they say they can and can't do.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting.
And I've noticed because I Airbnb a lot because of work. And the really good hosts that maintain the super host, they go out of their way to make sure to get that 5-star review because they see it on their paychecks. I see a lot of realtors that own 5, 6, 7, 10 houses or more, and they have a management company that runs them, and they make bank doing it. But you got to be on top and make sure, yes, even though they're a jerk, make sure to get that 5-star review. And do things to deter the jerks if you can. There's ways to do that too. I've heard from other hosts. For some reason they come over and talk to me while I'm there.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, I keep seeing that.
I had a review that said, "Hey, there are no condiments."
God took a picture,
and I was like, "Condiments? Did they want me to leave ketchup and mustard?" Whoa, lots of thunder.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We need the rain.
In memory of Ozzy Osbourne.
What do you have? Do you have a Keurig in there?
Thunder.
That's ACDC, by the way.
Ozzy and who? Didn't somebody else just?
You're right.
Do you have a Keurig in there? What do you use for coffee for that? Yes.
Yeah, I have a Keurig and I have like a little coffee.
You should have me look over your Airbnb and I can help you boost it. Just saying, throwing that out there.
But there's an aspect, I like the long-term rentals,
Yes.
rented to people from Group 14, and that didn't go so well.
I had a nurse for 3 months, traveling nurse.
Somebody, it's like you got to clean it all the time, or there's a balance, it's like.
One room netted me $1,800 a week.
Yeah.
Because of the long-term stage. The short-term stage, you don't make a lot of money on them.
Well, I make more on the short term stay, but you're busy cleaning it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're more labor intensive.
And I did my own cleaning back then.
Yeah, so more labor intensive. Where long term stay, they're still paying a premium, but you're not like as involved.
And you have laundry and stuff added to it, and
Yeah, there's
So
laundry.
you got all your kids out of your house, or you're like an empty nester?
yeah.
Oh, okay, right on.
My cousin lives with me. He's 25, so
Yeah.
helping him out, get on his feet.
But anyway, Airbnbs, Uber, like
I thought honestly you were gonna take a
transformation.
different direction on that.
Where
Was
do you
like
think I was going to go?
getting in a stranger's car or staying in a stranger's house. Even that in and of itself is weird because just before Uber and Airbnb, there was all the Craigslist roommates wanted and all the kidnappings and rapes from Craigslist. And then all of a sudden there's Airbnb. It's like, hey, let's make it look prettier and still do the same thing.
Yeah. And, the positive note with Airbnb is I noticed my property is way taken better care of.
Yes.
Like they want to have it pretty clean for you when they leave.
Because they want that 5-star also.
Oh yeah, they want a good review, but I'm like, man, they're not trashing that place. They're 99% are like very clean. Occasionally they won't, we request they pull their sheets and throw them in the laundry, get started for us, and that gets the cleaning people moving faster.
Yeah.
I do have people that because it'll ask how many adults, how many people, pets, whatever, and people will just put one adult, and then they'll come in with the crew.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's like a $15 per person upcharge, but that helps pay to clean the extra rooms and
Yep.
do
Extra
different
sheets
stuff.
and all that.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes we roll our eyes.
It's the opposite because like I'll message my host say, hey, we're gonna bring an extra guest. What's the cost on that? Normally it's $20, but because you were honest with me, I'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
Is it that bad? He goes, oh yeah, you'd be surprised
Oh yeah, yeah.
what people do.
Like they bring their pet and whatever and didn't disclose it, and you're like, hey, I go, well, now I gotta wash a quilt. Like I wasn't planning on the extra laundry.
Yeah,
And I think the cleaning is more expensive than you think.
it is.
It probably cost me,
$100.
yeah, 90, $100 to
Yep.
clean it. And it's like, man, and if it rents for $200 a night, you're like, and they rent it for a night, you're like, $100 in cleaning.
Yeah.
There's only $100 profit there versus, if they stayed for a week, then there's only one cleaning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just different things to think about as you go through. But anyway, uh,
A lot of people are doing that with tiny houses too. You know that?
yeah, I Airbnb a tiny house going to the airport, and it worked for us. But I mean, you're like, oh, the beds are stiff. It was just one night, and it was cheap. And I was like, what?
That's the thing. You read the review. They tell you what to expect, and if you write a bad review after you read through everything, you're just an idiot. You know what I mean? I got that a lot of people renting from me, and I was like, what? There was no food in the freezer. What? What do you expect me to do?
Yeah, there's no food in the freezer. Where's my ice cream? Complimentary ice cream.
I thought I was getting a foot rub.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I keep thinking about health retirement. Right, I turned 50. Right, so my health retirement. You know, I could grind for another 15 years and retire here. I'm like, or I could move to Vietnam right now. And for $1,000, I'd pay for rent and food and medical in Vietnam. I was like, man, I'm time to go someplace tropical. It's kind of tempting because you're like, man, do I really want to grind for another 15 years? But
Very tempting.
real estate is one of like the few ways I could think of that kind of helps you.
Ryan Z says hi.
Hi, Ryan. uh, that kind of gets you into a different level of life. And I know landlords, we like to take advantage of our tenants, and that's part of the deal. You buy a property, you rent it, and you got this tenant that's like paying the mortgage, paying the property tax, paying the insurance, and then every year you hope the property goes up 3 to 5%. You're like, so you're making money on the back end, and hopefully you're making some money on the front end on
the principal is getting paid down. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and then there's a concept out there called buy, refi, and die. and I kind of like it. So you buy your property, you rent it, whatever, and then 10, 20 years, you're like, you know what? I want some money. So you refi the place.
Yeah.
Any bank will give you 80%, loan to
Mm.
value on the property. The renter's paying for it. And you're like, cha-ching, I got my couple 100,000.
XRP.
Yeah. Uh, and you could be like, well, I'd like to go on vacation, or I'd like to do this, or I'd like to do that. Anyway, when you die, you pass the property on to your kids, right? And they can do the same thing. The thing's just churning and burning, and years later. Now there is, you got to set aside some money for repairs. Some people say, 35% for repairs and maintenance and all that, but it's one of the few ways that uh, is churning and burning, I guess, income on the side. Um, and I like real estate. I like to be able to see it, touch it. It's an asset you can touch. Where
Starting to gross me out.
stock market, I can't touch it. You know what I mean? It's like this like weird world of
It's getting
like
really weird.
uh and people love it. There's money to be made there too. If you don't want to work as hard, yeah, stick it there. you know,
Matt.
that's where you're at. You're like, I'm gonna stick it there. I don't want to work that hard. I just want it to go and do its thing. I mean, so there's different options out there, but I don't know. For some reason, I like real estate.
Well, one thing about real estate is great, but the other thing that's way more important than property, I mean, houses, is dirt. I mean, there's only so much dirt out there you can get. So, a lot of my investment rich friends, they tell me, Donnie, you invest in anything, invest in dirt. Because you can find an area that's not popular right now and just buy the dirt, pay a little bit in taxes every year. When it starts booming, build and make a crap ton of money.
Dirt.
Dirt. It's only so much of it. You can't add more unless you're throwing water or sand to the ocean. See how I did that? Oh yeah.
So here at Rick's, we've been busy messing around. I think beginning of summer, the the gals went to a food convention,
Yeah.
and they were trying all these different foods, and um, we introduced a bunch of new foods, and
Nice.
we've tested them out, and we're like, okay, these ones people like, these ones people don't. So, taking a couple things off the menu, adding a few things on the menu,
It's good. You have to.
and so like we got pizza now,
Finally.
little personal pizzas.
Yeah.
I've been working on that for a long time. I've wanted that, and
That's the first thing I told you to get, remember?
pizza.
Yeah.
What
And you can do wings in that thing too.
the biggest hit is the Baja Bowl.
Oh, dude, it's back for good.
Yeah, so we did it, and we have a few other flavors, but the carne asada one is like the go-to dominant. Try that one first. It has the tomatillo ranch in it. The
It's good.
Rick's
It's
favorite,
delicious.
my secret sauce.
If I had time today, I'd get one.
It's kind of a funny thing because people kind of gloss over it. I go, Baja Bowl, whatever. And so my staff are like, no, you really need to try it. And finally, people will cave and be like, fine, I'll try it. And they're like, this is really good.
Oh yeah.
And they keep coming back for more. There's people that come in twice a week now for it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
awesome. But it's just getting them to try something new
Step out of their comfort zone.
that isn't familiar to Moses Lake.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, a rice ball, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, fine. I'm having it for dinner.
Now, one of the people that do try it are these people that the traveler guys, the guys that are working on SELA and Group 14 and building this stuff. They'll come through and they're like, hey, what's good? And we'll go, here, try this. And they're like, this is amazing. And they'll come in and order it. The sad part is when their job's done, they're gone.
Yeah.
But there's people like, this is the best thing in Moses Lake. And I'm like, man, I know, but it's getting people to try something something new.
And that's one thing that you do well here, because you can't survive at a restaurant unless you're adapting to what people. It's not what you want; what people are wanting to buy.
This is the Baja Bowl is kind of both. Like so, I tried it like a year or so ago, and we sold like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Baja Bowl, try this, and like we sold a few of them, and people were like, "This is great," but it was hard to push, and so I was like, "Well, I think it's amazing, but people don't." So I'm like, the people that tried it did, they keep coming back. When are you doing that again? When are you doing that again? I was like, I don't know. It it didn't have it didn't hit.
Yeah.
The ones that tried it loved it, but it didn't hit. So it's kind of like, and so when the girls were like, we're going to do it again. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. It didn't hit so well. I don't know if Moses Lake is ready for some of this stuff. I mean, this is like
Cutting edge.
I not cutting edge. I'm just from California, and I've
Baja Fresh.
yeah, I've lived different places, and Baja Fresh is like a flavor that I like.
Yeah, same.
It's that the Americanized Mexican just it collided, and somebody put some good flavors together. So anyway, it's been kind of a process to like introduce stuff and be like, how do I get the word out? I can
Yeah.
post a picture, it's not good enough. I could do this, it's not good enough. It's like, what do I got to do to put it in your mouth?
Oh, sorry.
Then they'll be sold forever.
Um, I need for the show, I need more images that I can show to the audience. We have a pretty good reach. He'll tell you. We have a pretty good reach.
Yeah.
And so we need to show it on here. Which brings me to our final point too. Some final thoughts. Devin Dietrich says, hi guys. He says the fish tacos are elite.
Oh, we got to do a shout out here. Alexander Gore, the owner of Potholes Bar and Grill, is watching.
Oh, nice.
So actually, he's the one that helped me bring pizza on.
Nice. And I said it first, though. Sorry, Alexander.
You said it, but Alexander had the pizza oven.
Oh yeah, I know.
And that was one of my things. How do I do an oven without getting a hood and all this stuff?
That, yeah.
How do I do this?
I was still in your air fryer.
And then he totally
that's how I do mine. I can fit a whole pizza in there.
Introduced that to me. So it's got to give Potholes Bar and Grill a shout out.
And then also, Devin, right? You said the fish tacos are elite. You must come. Devin, you come here regularly to Rick's?
Yeah. The fish tacos was the first thing I started.
And I loved it. My second day you were open, you had me try it.
So we've added shrimp tacos, which is like the fish tacos.
Yeah.
Cabbage and the secret sauce, and that's been a good hit. But it's just, try and bring us some different like foods that aren't normal to the area.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Baja Bowls, people, they have the nice fancy bowl. People are like, Rick's is classed up. I'm like, well, we're trying to do a little something, but I mean, what do you...
You should have seen us with some of our ads in the beginning. You're like, no, Donnie, do not post that.
Yeah. But anyway.
Big is better always. Stuff like that.
Our burgers do have the biggest meat in Moses Lake.
So, Jeff, you've been on the show for the first time today. What are your thoughts? Any comments you can leave with some of the viewers and listeners?
No comments.
Anything you want to say to Rick at all?
Just stay diversified, crypto, you can't touch it, feel it, but I like gold and silver. He likes real estate. We all have our thing. But where are you from, Rick?
Originally I'm from Southern California, Orange County.
What city?
Tustin.
Tustin, okay, Indio, California.
Yeah. Not many people know Tustin. They're like, I'm next to Irvine and Costa Mesa and Santa Ana.
I lived in Laguna Niguel.
Yeah.
We frequented Irvine a lot.
Irvine Spectrum.
Our friend owned the Metropolis dance place there. We'd go get our groove on as kids.
Yeah, once you cross the mountains.
Meet the ladies.
Once you cross, what is it, Redlands? We just it's all LA.
Yeah.
I hated LA.
Yeah.
LA was like, oh, I got to go through all that traffic. Yeah. And we had traffic too, but LA was terrible.
My closing comment is never give up. I'm proof of it. I've been through a lot of crap, and I won't ever quit. I don't know how dire it is, how bad it is, but those around me that truly know me, like Rick and Dan, and Jeff is really starting to know me a lot. I don't give up. I will fight tooth and nail. I will win this. And I can tell you, wherever you're at in life, whether you're struggling financially, emotionally, relationshiply, in your business, in your job, whatever, there's help out there somewhere, right? On a YouTube video or get around people. One of the things my millionaire friends tell me, your wealth is decided by your 5 closest friends. You add up you add up the 5 closest friends and divide it by 5. What's that called? The average. That's what your wealth will look like if you if you follow that path and hang around with those people. You hang around with broke people, you're gonna stay broke.
Yeah, like Carnegie.
That's it. You guys, goodbye, everybody. I'm finding new friends.
And most importantly, Rick.
5 closest friends.
Most importantly, Rick, what do you got to say to close this out? We're coming back tomorrow, right?
We can.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, just keep putting up the good fight. Yeah, I would say stay. I hate to say stay diversified or whatever you want to call it, but be flexible. There's some bumps in the road coming up, and and I don't think anyone's not going to trip.
Quit the blame game.
You got something?
I do.
All right,
I
Jim.
wanted to add to that. Basically, what I wanted to say is that, we are in a place where you need to have an open mindset.
Yes.
I always remember this guy when I went to college, Jerry Workman.
Okay.
He told me, he said, if you have a fixed mindset, you're not going to learn anything new. But you got an open mindset, you can be open to anything.
Yeah.
And so you got to be open because the old way of doing things is about to change.
I think so.
My first millionaire friend told me this. I hung out with him. He's a good friend. It wasn't about money, but he said, I would ask him stuff. I said, so what's your trick? He said, I entertain every opportunity. I don't take every opportunity, but I entertain it. Because either I'll find a good opportunity in it or something through it can turn into a good opportunity. And so in being an open-minded, that's what that means, is that, like, dude, if you continue to do the same thing the same way and expect different results, what's that called?
Yeah.
Insanity. So as you were saying, Rick, like, yeah, what were you saying at the end there? Sorry.
Stay flexible.
That's it. Stay flexible.
Yeah. Elastigirl. No.
I'm excited for tomorrow's podcast. You're going to see a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be back at life because I didn't get around people because I didn't want people to see how bad of a state I was in. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was really bad. So love you all, Rick. Anything else?
I'm glad I didn't flip the coin for you.
Why is there a U-Haul back in your house? Why is Rick driving?
You said you were a tool donor on your driver's license. I'm here to pick up tools. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow around noon. It's too hot.